The Black Hills and the Badlands, South Dakota, September 13th through the 20th, 2014. We rented a house about 4 miles west of Custer. We were very delighted with the place. Not only was it convenient to the major attractions, but it was also nicely decorated and very enjoyable to be at. The guests' fireplace went from the living room into the master bedroom, and it was actually a remote control start. The chair in the bedroom on the fireplace side. The suite downstairs was actually a sitting room, 2 large bedrooms, and another full bath where Dick and Susan stayed. Dick, Ed, and I really enjoyed the hot tub. But no one enjoyed the bat who came to visit, and we took about 4 hours to get rid of. He was endangered. We took advantage of the deck both morning and night, and our chef extraordinaire Dick grilled us some fantastic meals. The resident bunny named Pepper. We drove on the wildlife loop through Custer State Park, and we were very glad we took the carrots, because I think if we hadn't had carrots, these burros would have climbed into the car with us. One of the many pronghorns we saw. On the loop road there are 3 tunnels, and as you come out of tunnel number 1 and tunnel number 3, you get a fantastic view of Mount Rushmore. It also had twists and turns in the road, and they had what they call pigtails. You drive across the bridge, loop around, and then go right back under that same bridge. Crazy Horse Monument was a fantastic place. It has been being worked on now for 50 years with no federal funds. It's made some progress. You can actually see the head of Crazy Horse now, and you can go up to the base of the monument by bus to get a little bit closer look. We had great sunshine that day, so you could actually see the mica shining on the cheek of Crazy Horse. That looks like a tear. An old homestead that one of the settlers donated. But he forgot to donate the old car, so it sat and rusted away. And this is what Crazy Horse Monument should look like when it's finished. If you look in the background, you can see a comparison of what's there now. Went to Mount Rushmore and was able to get close enough to get some good pictures. Couldn't get through the Presidential Trail because it had too many steps for me to manage, but at least we got some good pictures. As you left the park, you got a good view of Washington. Everybody said we needed to go to Deadwood, and we did. It's where Wild Bill Hickok was shot and killed, and he and Calamity Jane are buried. They tell me that they were not boyfriend and girlfriend, and I can understand why. She was one ugly lady. Deadwood itself has the old western type storefronts, bars, a lot of casinos. We went into saloon number 10 to watch the recreation of the shooting of Wild Bill Hickok. They ended the recreation with the bartender stealing the money from the table as Wild Bill Hickok lay dead. The bar had the sawdust on the floor and was typical old saloon. They also had preserved the chair where Wild Bill Hickok was shot and killed. This is the location where Jack McCall was later captured. An amazing must-see tourist attraction is the Mammoth site. This is where over 26,000 years ago the mammoth went to the watering hole, slid on the slick grass, fell in, and could not get out. These are real bones. They have drilled down into the water hole about 65 feet. They know there's still bone and fossil down there. They've only excavated about 25 feet, and they've found somewhere between 62 to 66 actual mammoth bones. The furthest away attraction, but one also well worth going to see, was the Badlands. Rugged area, corrosion of the wood or the rock and sand just makes for unusual characters and creations of the land. It's hard to describe. I had been told that a good time to go would be at sunset, and I can see how that would well be. We were there, and it was a fairly sunny day, and yet as you drove through, the coloring changed with each formation. One of the prairie dogs of many, they are diseased, and of course you got to be careful of the rattlesnakes. This is one of my favorite pictures. As you drove on the main road to the Badlands, there were hundreds of signs advertising wall drug. So we went there, and that's all I'm going to say. The last day we went into Hill City and did some sightseeing, and then went out wine tasting. These are just some figurines that were created from junk. I did find it interesting to go wine tasting here because as you looked around, there was not a single grape